I think back to like, why did this man not reach out? What's wrong with me? What, like, did you see the makeup post and just not be interested? Was there just laziness? Like, what? That's what, like, one thing that's constantly in my head. Like, what took so long? Or hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's WORLDOFZACH here, and I'm back for another video. And to be honest, I am WORLDOFZACH Terrified Edition. No, seriously though. This is probably one of the most interesting, strangest videos I've ever filmed. I think I probably ever will film, and I don't even know if this is going to be posted, to be completely honest with you guys. But just to get straight to the point, well, hi, welcome to my channel. It's WORLDOFZACH here, and I'm WORLDOFZACH. I'm a male in makeup, a military guy, a man in makeup who likes hair, makeup, wigs, everything like that, you know. And I'm here to spread love, positivity, and just everything about being creative and just loving yourself and embracing who you are and all those type of things. If you're down with that, then please feel free to check out some of my other uploads, my makeup videos and hair videos and stuff like that, which are gonna be over here or probably somewhere over here. Subscribe. I'm gonna have all that right here for you guys. Per usual, if you don't want something so slow paced like today and something so serious, then feel free to check out my other uploads, girl. Like, I got some good tea and some good stuff for you guys. But today we're on something a little bit more serious. And some of my tea, no, because that'd be so embarrassing. But anyway, something more serious, and I really want to sit down with you guys. It's been like a little bit of a week or so since I've uploaded, and the reason why is because of this. So, to just go ahead and jump into it, pretty much what happened was I got a phone call from my mom the other week, and she pretty much decided to tell me the truth about something that's been hidden from me my entire life, and that is that the man that I know and love, my father, my dad, who I treasure more than anything. You know, my parents are everything to me, and I love my dad so much. If you know me personally, you know me and my dad have a great relationship, but especially since he got sick and stuff like that last year. But anyway, she pretty much expressed to me that he is not my biological father. I have like such a weird feeling saying that. It's like, I feel like my whole top side of my body is just like vibrating, but like in the softest way. It's really strange. If I'm not looking at the camera, it's only because I'm still like in my head, and I'm trying to process everything and whatnot, and I'm not even sure if I want to be on camera right now doing this and whatnot. But a couple people actually from Instagram, when I made a post about how I just needed some time to just get my mental together because of this, because like I think anyone would agree it's a shocker, okay? It's a little bit of a surprise. But I just needed the time to kind of get Zach back and try to process things and decide what I want to do, what next moves I wanted to make and such. And please, down in the comment section, please do not be disrespectful at all. Don't come from my mother, father, anybody in the situation, because certain details are going to stay within my family and stuff like that, and the people who need to know. But I definitely wanted to come on camera because, like I said, a few people who follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram to stay up to date with things, then you need to be following me so you stay up to date and know things and you don't be left out the loop, you know what I'm saying? And also subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff. But no, really though, you guys, I had somebody, like a few people, like I said, reach out to me and let me know that people don't just follow me for makeup looks and stuff like that and just funny videos and such. It's about my story and pushing through and just showing that you can get through that. Like, even though life throws you curveballs, doesn't mean you have to sit there, fall down and stay down or whatever. You know, you can get up from things, you can prosper. And I've been trying to like work through this as best as I can and try to keep a positive mind state and everything. So hopefully this can help somebody if this goes well. I honestly don't know. Pretty much I'm saying this because I'm actually going to be calling him today. We're talking for the first time ever. I've never spoken to this man before. But this should be interesting. I don't know. I have no clue what to expect from this. I don't know what emotions are going to come at me when we talk. I don't really know, but I just wanted to bring you guys on since I want to be candid and 100% me and transparent and stuff like that. So let me just stop rambling and stuff and take a sip of wine and get right to this. Hello?
Yo, Zach.
Hi.
Hey, listen, can I do something? Let me call you back in about 15 minutes. I had something just pop up here at work. Let me
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
Okay.
So how you doing?
I'm okay. Just down, I guess, trying to process the news that I received.
Yeah, I understand.
Trying to figure out how to maneuver around everything or through things, and just, I don't know, what next, and questions that need answers, I guess, and all these things. So, yeah.
Well, let me just share this with you, and I'm sure that you and your mom talked, and we if you're anything like she described to me, you probably had the same conversation with her, because she calls us both very arrogant, which translates to me is we don't always agree with her.
Yeah, basically.
So we have some different recollections on how things transpired as far as who knew what and when. And I'll just say this, semantics really don't matter to me at this point. I'm really here to listen to you, to communicate with you, and I guess us figure out things together. That's where I'm at with it. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to try to navigate, and it's quite obvious it's not going to happen in one conversation or even hundreds.
Yeah.
But I'm open. I'm just sometimes very hard to contact, and with us having a 3-hour time difference between us, it just adds an additional challenge, but not one that cannot be overcome.
Well, that's good to hear and everything, you know. I mean, I don't know. I don't really sleep much anyhow, so I'm kind of like usually available at random, depending on whenever I fall asleep and whatnot, but I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just really, I guess, confused. Like, it's been a really interesting, rough week, because it's only been like a week and a day now since she told me. She talked to me last Sunday, gave me the whole spiel of everything and whatnot. So, just been like,
I'm gonna give you my version.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll just put it this way: the truth is gonna lie somewhere in between. Okay.
Okay.
Of course, a bunch of years ago, I met your mom. We both worked for, and I was a trainer, and we met at a training session, and one thing led to another. We weren't both married at the time. Both of us were very unhappy in our marriages. We clicked. We hit it off instantly. We began a long distance over the phone relationship. My marriage had taken a turn for even worse, and I decided to move to Jackson. I transferred my job, moved there. I was there for just about a year. And of course, your mom and I were in a relationship together. I say all that because I don't want you thinking for not 1 second you were created in the backseat of a car or some one-night stand.
Yeah.
We did have a committed relationship, wrong as it was, because we were both still legally married, both separated at the time, and we were living together. Things didn't work out, and I moved back. But after, I did not know that I was pregnant when I left. I found out after I got back. And it was a surprise to both of us because she was under the impression that she could not have children. So you're the miracle baby.
Mm-hmm.
My statement to her, the way that she took it and the way that I meant it, which means I probably said it wrong, she got the impression. Well, I'll put it this way: I made a statement. I cannot remember how I worded it because it's been a whole lifetime ago. But I did not want any more children because of what I was dealing with. I don't remember making that statement to her when she told me she was pregnant. I remembered making that statement to her while we were together. Nonetheless, I made the statement at some point. As time went on, I didn't hear anything from her for quite some time. We lost contact with each other. When I did hear from her, I was actually in Atlanta. I was a chaperone for a field trip. I was working in a high school. And she actually drove to Atlanta with you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the part where her and I differ. And again, it's just semantics. It's my version and her version. None of it makes a hill of beans difference at this point. But she told me that I was under the impression that he believed you were his.
Mm-hmm.
And things were working out with them. That was my impression. I didn't ask any questions. But I stepped back for my own personal reasons. I have my own philosophies about life the way everybody else does. Doesn't make mine right or wrong, they're just mine. And my impression at that point was, as long as you were fine and you were okay and things were going okay in her life, I needed to just step back and let things be. Now that's shaped from, my own personal experiences from friends and family. That was a decision that I made. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Your mama didn't push me away. She didn't tell me to stay away. I think we both started wrong and we ended wrong and we communicated all wrong. And I think both of us just made some decisions that were not very sound decisions at the time. So years later, which ended up being about 4 months ago. I can't remember. So my days run together. She reached out to me on Facebook. I hadn't heard from her in years. I had actually tried to find her many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked, and I asked about you. And she was giving me all of these rave reviews about you. And I told her, I said, well, sounds like you're doing well. I said, I found your Facebook page about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Through your pictures, but I didn't feel it was my right to intrude because of the decision I made many years ago. So in talking to her, I said to her, does he know about me? And her statement was, and I wish I could say it in her voice, ooh, we don't want to talk about that.
Mm. Mm.
So I kind of went, okay. I didn't dig into it because it's the first time I had talked to this woman in about,
22 years.
17. Well, at that point, about 17. I talked to her when you were about 5.
Oh.
Oh, no, you weren't 5. You weren't 5. I'm wrong. You were 2. You were 2. That's when, I think you were 2 when she brought you to Atlanta with her. I could be wrong.
Well, she told me about, she said I was 1 or something like that. She took me to Atlanta, and there was a birthday card after that.
Yeah, all of that stuff is kind of cloudy to me, but but at any rate, so I didn't dig into it any further, and I just kind of figured, okay, either one, you don't know, or two, you do know, and you don't want no parts of me. I left it at that. 10 minutes later, she wants me to talk to you on the phone.
This was November of 2017. I remember.
Yes. So I'm like, well, yeah, I don't mind. I said, but she know who I am. And she repeated, ooh,
no.
we don't want to talk about that right now. So I'm like, okay, fine. And you've been with your mom for 22 years. You know how persistent she is.
Yes.
So you and I talked briefly. And then she gets back on the phone and says to me, I didn't know you were in the Air Force. And I'm like, are you kidding me? We were together for that long. And come on, that's not something that I wouldn't have told you.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so our conversations ended up being something different. She told me 2 weeks ago that she wanted to tell you. And I said, listen, that's not a decision for me to make. That's a decision for you to make. Because she's telling me she never told you because of what I said. And I don't remember how all of that went down. So what I told her was, I don't want you making another decision about what you want to communicate to our son based on what I say or don't say. You make the determination, you make the decision, and after the fact, you let him and I deal with whatever we need to deal with. That's the way I approached it with her. Then she kept, don't hurt my baby. I said, listen, okay. He is always going to be your baby. If you live to be 300, he lives to be 278. He's going to be your baby. I get it. But he's a grown man. We're both grown men. Once, and I made it very clear, if you decided you wanted to reach out to me, that I would be approachable, and I told her, after that point, everything is between me and Zach. Let us be men and deal with this the way we need to, and you need to back off and don't stop the whole hurt my baby stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where I left it with her. This is where we are. That's a little bit about me. I'm sure that there's a million other things that you want to know about me, but you know kind of, I guess, where some of my thought process was 23 years ago, and here we are now. And I don't know where we go from here, how we go from here, but I'm willing to work that out with you.
So I'm willing. I'm here, otherwise I wouldn't have reached out. I'm here with an open mind and open heart because I feel, although I spoke to my dad and everything about this, and that I now know, and that I wanted to reach out, and not that I needed 100%, but I got his blessing and he understood why. Because I mean, I'm the type of person I always want to find a good in a situation and the reason why, and like why she told me now and why this, I guess, quote unquote, happened to me. And so that's, I want to explore that rather than just live the rest of my life and like just brush it away and pretend like I never heard it. I didn't want to do that. So, and also like when she told me, of course, questions come to my mind, and I would rather have them answer, or at least ask, rather than going the rest of my life thinking what if and whatnot, and exploring the side of my blood and me, especially since we look alike. Which is,
oh my word,
which is very interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah, that's uncanny.
Yeah, I always thought I looked like my mom, and then she sent me pictures of you, and then like I showed a few people close to me, and they're like, yeah, yo, like,
Yeah,
that you did.
And you much amazing.
Yeah.
We have, I can tell just by a few pictures, we have a very similar style.
We do.
I like my clothes. I like my shoes.
Same.
I was raised by my dad was 53 when I was born, so he was an old school guy. I didn't own my first pair of jeans until I was like 20, because jeans were not, my dad he trained me, you know, grown men, those are work clothes, you know, because he was an old coal miner. And you wear dress clothes, dress shoes, and if you wear tennis shoes, you better be playing basketball, you know, that's how I was raised. So that became kind of I'm an old-fashioned gentleman, so to speak. But I'm looking at your pictures and I'm going, wow, you even was wearing a suit, and I have the same suit in blue and black, the tuxedo style jacket with the shawl collar, and I'm like,
oh.
Yeah, we have. I know more, but I still try to stay a little fly.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh boy, that's.
And when I had hair, it was just like yours is.
That's wild.
So it's uncanny. We have.
It is.
I was a security specialist in the Air Force, which is what they call your job now.
Seriously? Wait, what?
Yeah. I was in squadron in Lackland Air Force Base, did my tech school at Lackland Air Force Base. They called it SS back then, security specialist. Yeah. And I cross-trained to law enforcement. We did what we call air-based ground defense at Camp Bullis right outside of San Antonio, which all of that, I believe, is included in you guys' AIT. But I was in Strategic Air Command. I was stationed in North Dakota at Grand Forks Air Force Base. And I was in USAFE. I was over in Europe for a year. I was on the Air Force boxing team. But yeah, we actually have the same job as the Air Force.
That's insane. I spent time in Europe too. I was in Turkey to start out.
Yeah, I was never stationed there. I did a lot of TDY traveling with the boxing team.
That's so
we did like a boxing tournament in Turkey, went from Turkey to Greece, but I was only there for like 3 or 4 days at a time.
Yeah, that's insane. That's bizarre. How tall are you?
6'3".
Oh boy, I'm 6'2".
Well, I was 6'2" until I was 24, and I grew another inch, so it's probably coming.
Well, noted. Yeah, I'm very creative and very different and very open-minded.
I'm artistic as well. I was a musician for many, many years. Never in the more creative arts as far as drawing and those type of things. I'm positive that you can dance. Your mama cannot.
Well, yeah.
I used to be one hell of a dancer. And it's something I used to love to do.
I danced a lot in high school. Like junior high and high school, that was like what I did a lot.
I was into modeling at one point.
That was my passion before makeup.
Mine has always been music.
That's crazy. I love music. I can't sing. I can lip sync. I really can't because I can't memorize lyrics. I like music.
I have a halfway decent singing voice. I don't know if she told you, I am also a pastor.
And I'm very, Joyce Meyer is my everything.
Joyce Meyer's a beast.
I watch her a few times a week. I watch her like whenever I do my makeup. I do have maybe 1 or 2 or 3 questions. I don't know, but I don't know what I'll ask first. So you knew about, so when y'all met up in Atlanta, did you walk away from that situation comfortable knowing that you felt like I was not your child, or you just felt like it was something that was easy for you to wash your hands of?
kind of a, I guess the best way for me to explain it is this way. I think life experiences for everybody kind of shapes a lot of their decision making.
Mm-hmm.
And based on some of my own life experiences, it was a decision that was, is it better for me to be in your life and possibly complicate things for everyone who was involved, or to let things be because they seem to be okay? And in my mind, and I don't agree with that decision now, in hindsight, but at the time, that was my thought process. It was more kind of a leave well enough alone until and unless things change. And like I said, in hindsight, it was probably, well, not probably, in hindsight, it was just a very young-minded, selfish decision that I thought was mature and selfless.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't a washing of the hands. It wasn't a not knowing. It was a conscious decision to say, I'm going to step back.
And she said something about you saying that you tried to find her or us.
I did.
Like after that?
I did. And, of course, that was the days before Facebook and all of the other social media outlets. There was a couple of times I even called up to the plant and could not locate her. This was a few years later.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, didn't have, I mean, back then, we're ancient. Wasn't no cell phones. It was you either had a home number or an address, or you was kind of hidden. And
or the phone book, a private investigator, something, hop on a plane, the Law and Order SVU. I don't know why Law and Order SVU.
I'll put it this way: the sense of urgency and the reason for wanting to find her/y'all was not to form a relationship. It was not to intervene with her family life or anything like that. It was just, I wanted to see how you were doing. That was it.
You wanted an update.
That was it. It wasn't, and I think if it was more than that, then my efforts would have definitely been more extensive.
So,
but again, the mindset back then was totally, I'm going to say, skewed.
Fast forward to this past November, when y'all start communicating and everything, and, well, I guess before then, you had seen my Facebook or whatever, but from you talking to me on the phone to now, why, like, because she's expressed that, like, according to you said, well, like, you knew then, I still didn't know about you or anything like that. We talked on the phone. You found out I was in the military. Ample, like, so many things to start a conversation with and to, in my mind, make you want to talk to me or build a relationship or something, or you push her to tell me, or you give her an ultimatum that she wants to, just out of, like, why not? Like, because as soon as she told me, I was thinking, I don't want something to happen to you or me or anybody in the situation and not know what things could have been. What is there to learn? How could it affect my life? In positive, negative way, more so positive way. So it's, like, hard for me to try to understand, like, how you could hear my voice, your son, I don't know, only son or not, whatever, but your son, your blood, who looks like you, who's, like you said, seemed like you, like, how you could, from November to now, not at all reach out or get in touch with her to, like, speed things up or something like that, put fire under her ass, because that I told her, even, I was like, that was ample opportunity, and I feel like it was invasive and very pushy, and it just was wrong for her to put me on the phone with you in November and me not know who you were, and then her tell me now. Like, that shouldn't have been our first conversation. And well, technically, our first conversation pretty much, but I had no clue who I was speaking with. I thought it was just a random friend. Like, that's not fair to me. And then I think back, I'm like, okay, well, why didn't she tell me after that? Like, I was in her house, I'm there visiting in person, perfect time for you to tell me. We had a conversation face to face. Then also, I think back to, like, why did this man not reach out? What's wrong with me? What, like, did you see the makeup post and just not be interested? Was there just laziness? Like, what? That's what, like, one thing that's constantly in my head. Like, what took so long, or just, like, at all, to reach out after we talked?
Well, I can answer that, and the answer is, well, there's a couple of different layers to the answer. One is, first and foremost, it had nothing to do with you. I don't care if I would have seen you wearing a ton of makeup and a tutu and some ballet shoes, or some pumps. That it doesn't matter. It doesn't change who you are. So that had nothing to do with it. Two, I was probably I was more uncomfortable on that phone call than what I can even put into words. Because the way it happened, after I asked the question, do you know who I am? And she gave me the answer she did, and I was like, well, shoot. Do I say, is it a problem? Are you angry with me? You know that I'm your dad and you hate me? And then the next thing I know, you were on the phone. I wasn't even done talking to her and asking questions, and then I'm hearing your voice. So it's like, well, damn, okay. So I was caught off guard.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to say because I didn't know what had been said to you. I didn't know anything. I just know I'm on the phone with you now. And so I assumed, and rightfully so at that time, that it was best for me not to say anything because you and her hadn't had a conversation, or, like, again, I said, either you had and you didn't want any parts of me. So I was confused, like, okay, if you know and you don't want any parts of me, why did she put you on the phone and you not know who you're even talking to? That's kind of that's deceiving. I was uncomfortable with that whole thing.
Yeah.
So I get it, and it was wrong. It was wrong on her part, and it was still wrong on my part as well. I probably should have told her no. And then her and I had some real conversation about you, but that didn't happen. The last part of what you're saying is why I didn't after the fact is that the same not knowing. I didn't know that you didn't know until a couple of weeks ago. And therefore, it made it, I didn't know if to reach out, and if so, even how. Based on, again, a bunch of assumptions going back and forth, and that's on her and I. That ain't got nothing to do with you. And we just, from November up until a couple of weeks ago, it was just very poorly handled and very supremely mishandled. Mm-hmm. And once she let me know, that's when I kind of put the ball in her court. And my reasoning for that was, listen, I don't know him, you do.
Things are getting more clear, I guess. It's kind of one of those things where I'm at the point where I feel like both parties, I guess, were wrong, and it was, and like you said, it was handled poorly, bad communication, and the assumption of me possibly just like not wanting anything to do with you or the situation. I get it, but then it's still like a little bit just like lazy, of course. And I will like I'm just an honest person. I feel like it's lazy overall on both ends and very selfish of both of you. Like, it's just very selfish as far as like, I don't know my feelings or whatever, and it's not more so like, okay, let me put my feelings aside and my anxiousness and my nervousness and my whatever, because this human being, this person, Zach, needs to know, deserves the truth. And like, no matter what, like how I feel, like pretty much with her telling me that this is something that I did and I need to fess up to it and own up to it and be able to address it as an adult. That being said, like, there's no set time for anybody to do this, to let anybody know or speak up. Do I think 22 years, almost 23 years is a little bit too long? Yes, 100%. But a little bit too long. A little bit long. Yeah, but it's not the end of the world, and it's not, like, too late.
I agree 100%, but I will say this. It was never a point in my mind that you were just some throwaway incident or accident. Never. It was just, again, just really piss poor thinking. Fear plays a part in that. You know, and I understand where your mom is coming from with that.
Yeah.
You know, but Zach, there are absolutely no excuses. There are a lot of reasons that you can put them all in a bag and pull them out one at a time, and it's still going to amount to the exact same conclusion, and that is you weren't told, and you weren't made aware, you weren't included, and the act was selfish. Regardless of what my motives may have been, what your mama's motives may have been, having right motives and wrong outcomes, you still have to deal with the outcome more than you do the motive. So regardless of what my motive was, the outcome was it came out as selfish.
Yeah.
And I apologize for that. And you deserve that apology.
Well, thank you. But I just want this to be a more positive situation, and pray on it and see where things take us and lead us. I don't have any hatred or super ill feelings in my heart, and I don't want that for my own personal, like, selfish reasons. I don't want to carry that around. And I want to explore this other side of me, and everything, and equally work on building some sort of bond. If that's something possible or you're interested in.
Well, I'm gonna answer you this way. The short version is yes. The long version is we got a lot to unpack. But I've been through a lot, Zach. A whole lot. I've been through a lot of struggles. A lot of it self-inflicted. And so there's a lot of different dynamics to me, which means there's going to be a lot of different dynamics to whatever relationship you and I are able to build. I think it's going to take a lot of patience. It's going to take a lot of love, and I don't think either one of us is short in that department. And I'm willing. And saying goodbye to you tonight, I'm going to say this, and I hope it's received and the manner in which I'm giving it. For over this short period of time, past few months, I've been able to kind of observe from afar and hearing some things that your mother says about you. And I'm real proud of it. I know I had nothing to do with it, but it doesn't mean that I cannot compliment a man on whatever degree of success that he's reached in his life. And I'm very proud of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it is my sincere prayer that you somehow are more like me than your mama.
Yeah.
I say that in yes.
Oh gosh, but I definitely appreciate this.
She's a great lady.
She is. I love her to death, and wouldn't be here without her and my upbringing and everything like that, which just helped me get to where I'm at today with like my platform now on social media with YouTube and stuff, and trying to just inspire people and motivate people and be some sort of light for whoever I can be out there. And like this is, and that along with the way I was raised by my parents, like have helped me with the situation instead of just kind of going into anger and just want to cut everybody off or whatever. It helped me like want to not be a role model because I'm not perfect or anything, but just kind of hopefully help other people maybe going through something like this or similar and whatnot. And you know, I can like talk about it and be honest and go through this journey with others, if that makes sense.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does, and that's very commendable. That is a powerful ministry. So I'm this way. People always look at ministry as, you know, you got to go chapter and verse and stand behind the podium. Mm-hmm. Ministry is really just living in front of people and helping them live in front of themselves.
Very true.
And that sounds to me as that's something that you're doing your best to do. Listen, let me get in. I see these folks peeking out the window looking for me.
I got you.
You have my number. I have yours, and we'll keep chipping away at this thing.
We will. Thank you.
All right. You have a good night.
You too. Bye. I'm not like, I'm not gonna get super emotional and cry because that's just not what I want to do, because I cried a lot over the past week at random, walking down hallways, hearing random songs. I completely had to stop listening to SZA for about a week or so because damn near every song off Control was having me in tears. But whoa, I don't know what parts of that conversation y'all are gonna get to see and whatnot. I'll probably take out certain things just out of respect for my family and personal things and whatnot, but oh shit. But I'm thankful for my father who's been there my whole life and raised me into the man that I am today, and I love him forever. And I'm grateful for my mom for raising me and giving me all the love that she could and does and everything. And I don't want her to feel any bad about any of this because I don't blame her. I don't really blame anybody. I don't want to feel like that, or I hope it doesn't come across like that. I just holding people accountable for their actions and moving forward, like mentally making note of that and processing it in whatever way I need to, but not trying to harbor onto that hatred because that doesn't help them and it doesn't help me. And I don't want anybody, and there's no need for that when there could be something positive from the situation, which is what I overall want it to be. I want this to be something. I don't really know what I want it to be right now. I'm also really confused. Most of my friends been like asking me, checking up on me and like, oh, have you done this? Like whatever. I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know because I don't know, sis. I don't know. I just don't know. But I do know that that was very interesting, and I do look forward to the future with him and getting to know my biological father and that side of the blood that runs through my veins now. because like I said, you never know why things come into your life, and I didn't want it to explore in a negative way. And you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You never know what can happen the next day. We all know life is short and people can go at any minute. And me knowing this information, I didn't want to be bitter and hold on to harbor on any hatred or sadness or anything, and then risk this man passing away and me always wondering what if, or something like that. The same reason, like, you know, I just didn't want that, what had to live with what if for the rest of my life. It's a lot, but I don't know. Please guys, keep everything positive in the comment section down below, especially my mom. I will hurt you. Don't come for her, don't come for my mama, don't come for nobody, because we all go through stuff, we all make mistakes. Everybody does. This is a growing process for me and a growing thing for me that I'm trying to work through, and I feel like I've grown a little bit as a person through this, and I wanted to pretty much show him, the man that raised me right. And I think that he saw that and can attest to that, that my father, who I know and love dearly, raised me to be the man that I am today, and I love him to death, and I look forward to getting to know this other side of my life, which is where I get my hype from and everything else. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helped you learn a little bit more about me and helped you out in some type of way, or you just enjoyed it being nosy, sis. I mean, I get it. It's fine. I get it. I click on the same thing. I get it. I ain't judging you. Check out my other videos. Subscribe to my channel. Hit me up on Instagram at WorldOfZach. Everything at WorldOfZach. I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys when I upload, and things will be better. And I will come at you guys with some hot fire, and just stay tuned for the ride. And I love you guys so much. Yeah.